Welcome to Wisdom Talk Radio, a collaborative community of explorers in conscious living. Hi, this is Laurie Seymour, host of Wisdom Talk Radio and CEO and founder of the Baca Institute. And I want to welcome you to another special episode of Wisdom Talk Radio. And they're special because they're opportunities for me to share with you from Unconditional Remembrance, your connection to Source. And they're even more special because I feel like instead of my usual where I'm sitting here with someone else that I'm interviewing, and I love those conversations dearly, and I feel like they offer a lot, it's almost like today I get to be with you in my own heart, from my heart to yours, because this is a time of such great change. And I feel like I say that all the time, and yet every time it feels like there's a new level of change. And that is certainly true for me. And it is certainly true that it has taken me, it has given me the impetus to both take time out, more time than I've ever taken for myself, more time to be quiet, more time to reflect, more time, not so much to get busy, okay, I've got to create this next thing, but the time to really rest into myself and to allow that the creative juices to inspire me. And I've been so inspired. Inspired not that, oh yeah, I'm going to go create this, because I'm really paying such close attention to timing. When is it time for me to do the next? Even what is it time for me to take a nap? When is it time for me to go take a walk? When is it time to write or to telephone someone? All those things are being ordered in a very, very different way. And they're not being done by my to-do list. They're very much being done by me taking time to be quiet and to listen and then to act and to sense into what is needed in the particular moment in time. So as I was taping this episode of Wisdom Talk Radio, and what is it from this book that I wanted to share about? I wanted to share with you the preface, which is kind of like the foundation or the container for the book itself. And I don't even know if I'm going to read the whole thing to you, but this is what I'm about with you today. And I start with the very question that is, I think is so important. What if you knew in every breath you took that you were loved? I'm going to repeat that. And I would encourage you to breathe as you listen to it. What if you knew in every breath you took that you were loved? Our life experiences are not arbitrary, nor are they ordained. They have meaning. It is up to us to make the journey of our own life as well as to give it meaning, so that we can remember the truth of who we are. Then we can once again know our connection to Source. Growing up, I felt like I was missing something that other people had. Boy, and I felt that way most of the time. I didn't really know what it was, just that they had what I did not. This feeling mostly sat in the background, but it impacted the way I felt about myself and how I understood the world. It guided my choices in ways that I could only see when I looked back on my life. I lost my father when I was 7 years old. So in fact, I was different than the other kids in the neighborhood. But that's not what this feeling was about. It was about losing the feeling of being loved so abruptly that I forgot what I was born knowing, that I came from love and was always loved. I became separated from myself. I forgot my connection with Source. When I remembered and reclaimed this connection, each step of my life revealed new meaning. What I now understand is that without losing the feeling of being loved early in my life, I would never have gone looking for myself. And what I mean by myself is looking for that connection and that feeling of this is who I truly am. Perhaps if I could have seen how my own life was guiding me, I wouldn't have struggled so much. I wouldn't have steeped myself in self-doubt. I wouldn't have felt so alone. Anybody relate to that? That feeling of being alone, of feeling alone and feeling such self-doubt? I might have listened inside more closely. But I would never have gone looking for myself. I had to want that more than anything else. I chose psychology so that I could figure myself out. I left a marriage. I left the career I thought would explain me to myself. In order to step into my purpose for being here, to be a way shower, I had to learn first to trust what was inside me. I became a searcher. I had to keep searching until the search completed in me. I went beyond what I thought was wrong with me so that I could come back to who I am and have always been, an expression of Source. It's not the details of my life that matter, but I will share parts of my journey so that you have a context for the greater teaching you will discover here. You will get to know Dawn. My experiences with her were the portal to a quantum leap in the arc of my life. It was the place of my rediscovery. I know I'm not the only one who has felt different, as though I were in a life that did not fit me. One way I know is because I've had hundreds of clients and students who have shared their life journey with me. Over the years, they have given voice to profound changes as they allowed themselves to surrender to the strength within them. This unconditional remembrance of their connection with Source established a fundamental inner resource and support that is accessible in any moment. Inner guidance that they can trust from Source, creative expression, inspiration to craft new solutions, products, and businesses. Here is some of their feedback, and I'm just going to read you a couple of that are in here. I was reminded again that I am not alone. I'm not doing this by myself. I am receiving more deeply than ever before. I know now how to get the answers to my own questions. I know I can trust the answers that come. I am in flow with the divine calling on my life every day. My whole life has changed. My business is thriving. I feel a sense of calm and joy like never before. A new trust in life is anchored within me that has freed me to pursue my dreams in a big way. And how many of you want that feeling of such trust in yourself that when you have a big idea and you have a big dream, that you actually take steps to manifest it because you have that trust in yourself and you know that you're not doing it just by your little self. Do you ever find yourself wondering how you got to where you are today in this moment in your life? You may not have had a parent who died when you were young, as I did. You may not have had people who didn't see who you are. You may not have forgotten your own truth. Or you might have. Know that you can unearth deeper value and meaning in your own life experiences. This book is your opportunity to recognize and acknowledge something that you felt but haven't yet been able to name. Let it be an invitation to receive your original blessing, your connection to Source. If you feel a resonance as you read, it can be a portal for you into the experience. May you be inspired to experience unconditional remembrance and answer the call to be who you are. This will change your world, and it will change the world. Because as each one of us remembers, the light expands. This collective force of love takes us beyond any imagined separation from others. And really what this is about is that as you remember, that allows someone else, that builds a bridge for someone else to remember. And I think really that's what this book is about. It is a bridge. It is a bridge to your remembering. And therefore it is a bridge to how the world moves into remembrance. And that changes everything. So thank you for being with me today here at Wisdom Talk Radio and for this special episode. Join us here regularly for more wisdom, discovery, and illumination. If you haven't yet gotten your own copy of Unconditional Remembrance, you can find that wherever you get your books. It is available just, in most of the places. If it's not in your bookstore, ask them to order it because they will. And leave a review for Unconditional Remembrance. Just as wherever you listen to this podcast, this video on YouTube, leave a review because that helps this go out into more and more and more people's hearts. And that's what changes the world. So until next time, this is Laurie Seymour.
Thanks for joining us here at Wisdom Talk Radio. We wish you well in your conscious explorations. For more information and to join in the conversation, our website is wisdomtalkradio.com or at Wisdom Talk Radio on Facebook.